Hello, it's a Wednesday. Welcome, Chris Reardon, with today's little update on excitements and other things happening in my sad, lonely, pathetic life. And here is a question. Is it ever possible to go to a garden centre for a predetermined item and only come out with that item? I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. I went down today for a couple of bags of earth because remember the blue hibiscus yesterday? I want to put that in well, I have now. I've put it in a big black pot. I've got a big black pot that I did potatoes in last year. Actually, I've got 7 of them, and all the others have been done. I had 1 left, and I thought I must put something in it. Bought the blue hibiscus, just went down the garden centre today for a couple of bags of earth, and I've done that as well. But, you know, you walk around and, oh, that's a nice plant over there. Oh, it's over there. Just a minute. Let me go and get it. 1 minute. Look at this, ladies. Oh, look. Do you know what these are? Do you know what this is? Look. Oh. This is a chocolate cosmos spellbound. And you have to plant this in the sun, so I must be careful where I put this one. And literally, the little flowers on there smell of chocolate. Isn't it nice? I wonder if you can eat one. Oh, I'll probably poison myself. That'll be the first thing I've poisoned myself on. It doesn't matter anyway. Yes, so that's my new chocolate plant, and I also saw this like daisy type thing as well. I thought, oh, go on then, force yourself. And I bought that as well. So as well as the earth, I bought 2 other plants. Oh, and a bulb planter, because I've been putting my bulbs in with a trowel. Oh, that's hard work, that is. A bulb planter, and I looked it up on YouTube. I tried bulb planter. It's very good. You push it in, it opens up, and then you pull it out again and just drop the bulb in. So simple. So simple. We like simple lives, don't we? Anyway, I had a nice weekend. I know it's Wednesday, but all these stories I was supposed to tell you Saturday, but I got kind of carried away with my how to be a landlord or how I become a landlord little thing. So I must tell you on Friday, I had Friday off this week again, and so did Ronny. Wasn't doing anything either. So we went down to a pub to check out a job. Now, I'd been offered this job. Wasn't a very good payer, but that doesn't matter. You know, it was just another job, something else for me to do on Friday night. It was every... Now, what was it now? Was it every Friday? No, it was every other Saturday. Every other Saturday. They wanted every Saturday, but I said I could only do every other Saturday, but I would try and ask someone else. Now, meanwhile, I'd already asked my friend Ben, who does karaoke. Now, Ben is a great, wonderful man, and he's helped me out so many times. He's very similar. I think he's just a couple of, maybe 1 or 2 years older than me, that's all. He knows all about computers and everything. Oh, he's just fantastic. Anyway, and he had shown an interest in this as well. So I went down to this place, and it was in Neasden. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name of the place, okay, because we'll be done for libel and all that sort of thing. So this particular place was in Neasden. Never really been to Neasden before. So it only took about 40 minutes to get there. And for me, on a work journey, that's quite good. Most of my journeys tend to be about 1 hour and 5 minutes. The worst ones are about 1 hour and 45 minutes. For example, on a Tuesday and a Sunday, they can take anything up to 1 hour and 45 minutes. So it was quite a short journey. And we're following the sat-nav, and as we got there, we came into this, I don't know, I can only describe it. It was like a road with shops on either side, but that's clearly what the road was built for, to have shops either side. And it got to the end, and there's a roundabout, and you come back up the other way, so it's a dead end. As we pulled up to it, I looked around, and I thought, I didn't say anything. And I thought, oh, do you know what I mean? You know when you're in an area, and you're thinking, I don't think I want to be here. There's parts of New York like that I've been in. And Barbados and everywhere else in the world come to that. You know, I thought, oh, I don't know about this. Anyway, so I went into the pub, and there was about 5 or 6 people sitting in there. Now, this would be 10:30 on a Friday night. And the lady came down to meet me, and she was all very nice and all that, and what have you. I said, have you been here long? She's about 3 months. I said, does it get any busier than this? Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it busier. Okay, so I sat down there and sorted out a couple of dates and what have you. And then she said, we do get a group of and again, I'm not going to say the name of the group, okay? Because I don't want to upset anyone. We do get a group of coming. And let's just say they have caravans, okay? She said, but they're no problem at all. Oh, right, okay. And actually, you know, I've worked before with groups of people who live in caravans and never, ever really had a problem at all. Never, never. You know, nice people. So I came out of there and I got back in the car with Ron and he said, just sit here for a minute. I said, yeah, okay. He said, have a look around. I said, well, I've already looked around. He said, are you sure you want to work there? I said, well, I've never turned a job down yet. Never. You know, if I've got an empty night, I go and do it. End of. You know, never ever turned a job down. So I got back in the car and I thought, well, we'll go up to see my friend Ben, who was doing a karaoke night like 10 minutes away. Went up there and said, all right, Ben. Said, hello, Chris. So we sang a couple of songs, which you're going to see in a minute. You're going to see me singing in a second. And Ron as well. He actually got up and had a go. Poor old soul. You know, he shuffled across that floor with his bad back. Oh, so one day we believe he's going to be in a wheelchair, and I'm really looking forward to that. Pushing him around, you know, taking him to the edge of cliffs and saying, come on, beg me not to put you. Anyway, back to the story. So I said to Ben, yeah, I had a look at that place we're going to do. He said, oh, yeah, where is it? So I said, Neasden. And immediately he just stopped. He said, Neasden, what's the name of the place? So I told him. He said, oh, you must be joking. I said, go on. He said, that's the place that mucks him around for 3 years. They mucked him around with money, and then sometimes he'd be on the way there and he'd get diverted to go elsewhere. He said, do not go there. I said, well, I don't know. I mean, it's a different manager now. He said, look, put it this way. What got me to leave, I did it for about, he did it for a while. I can't remember how long. He said, and then one night, the people that live in caravans were in there and it all kicked off. And they had to call the police and wait for the police to come. And then they had to unload, take all their stuff back to the car behind a row of police. He said, are you sure you want to do that? He said, because I don't. I said, okay. He said, and funnily enough, the area manager rang me up a couple of weeks ago and asked if I'd be interested. And he said he didn't have any nights free. He said, well, can I take your number just in case? And Ben said no and put the phone down. I mean, it was that bad. That bad. So I thought about it, and this job actually came from someone else. Someone else had said, I've got this job. Okay, I'll have a look. So I spent all night thinking about this. You know, the fact that I'd never turned a job down, and I thought, you know, is it worth it? And I thought, no, it isn't. Anyway, so I rung up the bloke who put me onto the job and said, look, I don't want to do this. And he said, why? So I told him. He said, well, I've done a couple there and they've been all right. Yeah, but, you know, it has to be said, anything could happen anywhere. It doesn't matter what pub you're in, it could happen anywhere. But for the pittance, and I have to say pittance, for the pittance they were paying, I didn't think it was worth the trouble. So I gave it back to him, and that's it. I said I can ring her now and tell her, and you know, tell her maybe I'm sorry, you know, I've double booked or something like that, or you can take it back off me and give it to someone else. So he's taking it back off me, and that's it. Do you think I did the right thing there? I don't know really. You know, I don't know. It wasn't even so much the fact that people in caravans will be there. That didn't really bother me. It was just the general area. When you looked around, you saw all the members of society that you wouldn't necessarily want to hang out with gathered all over the place. All colours, all religions, you know, everything. Everyone was around there that you wouldn't want to hang around with. So I thought, no, not worth it. So there we are. That's my little story. But while we were at Ben's place, I did sing a little song. Do you like Neil Diamond? What about this? Nothing you can do or say. You've got to be, just get away. We all know the song. That's a little bit of my little offering. Love on the Rocks. Oh, I love that song, don't you? Do you like the film The Jazz Singer? Oh, has me in floods of tears. Floods of tears. And then And then my best mate decided he was going to have a go. He is almost a karaoke virgin. But he thought he'd have a go. Here's him, secretly filmed. He didn't. I know it looks like I'm right up to his face, but actually I'm not. I'm on a little bit of a zoom. He didn't know I was filming this, and he'll kill me when he knows I've shown you this. Watch this.
Don't walk on by, pretty woman. Don't make me cry, pretty woman.
See, that's him singing as well. Oh, we had a good night. And after that, we went to the bagel shop in Brick Lane. Brick Lane is in Shoreditch. And it's like supposed to be a really trendy area of London. You know, lots of young people, lots of clubs. Oh, another place you don't feel safe in at all. What a dump. That had to buy an apartment there costs you an arm and a leg. Really expensive. And yet the place is a dump. It's awful. Just a dreadful, dreadful place. Probably needles all over the floor and people, you know, sucking that gas. You know, that gas that makes their voice all funny. They're all doing that up and down the street. Oh, awful place. I'm much, much happier among my plants and trees. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.